set up a route, you need four things. One, you need to create the route record itself that defines the route name. Two, you need to create a customer account to identify when the customer will be billed. Three, you need to create a pool record to identify when the pool will be serviced. And four, you need to create a pool tech account so that you can identify who is going to service the pool. So let's take a look at them. These four things should be done in order. So the first things that we're going to do is create a route record. So to do that, we go to Routes, Manage Routes, and we simply click the Add button, and we type a name for the route, for example, and then we select a truck number. If you're going to account for inventory by truck, you need to make sure that the truck number is unique to that route. So let's select 5, and then we're going to submit. And now I've just added a route. So go back to Routes, and you'll see that my new route has been added. So now that the route is added, the next thing that we have to do is to create the customer account. And to do that, we're going to go to Accounts, Manage Customer Accounts, and you would click the Add button, and up comes the screen. Now, to save time, I'm not going to fill this whole thing out here, but I'm going to point out the things that are important. So you need to fill out the customer username that they're going to use to log in, and a password, the name, and the address for the person. That's where you would mail their bills each month. Each of the fields that are required has an asterisk in front of them so that you can quickly identify which ones you must put in. Down at the bottom is where you're going to find all the billing things that you need to fill out to tell how this person will be billed. First thing you notice is that how this customer pays. You can select the customer to pay by check or money order, or pay online with a credit card. Next thing you can do is put in how much you want to charge that person and how often they are going to be billed. And then you put in the date of the first bill. So those are the main things that you need to do. These other fields here are optional, and they would override the same settings that are inside of preferences. When you set them in preferences, they apply to all customers. When you change them in the individual account, they apply to just that customer. So those are the important things that you need to pay attention to. Okay, then you click the Submit button and add that customer. I'm going to cancel because I'm not actually adding that person now. So now we have the customer defined. Now we have to set up a pool record for that person. This will tell how often the pool will be serviced and which route the pool is going to be on. So you click Pools, Manage Pools, and again you would click the Add button to add a pool. The first thing you need to do is to select the customer. So you click the icon to the right of customer and you select the customer from the list. Just click on the customer and it adds the customer account number. Then you type a name for the pool itself. Pool 1, for example. Then you notice that once we selected the customer, it automatically put in the customer's address. Now this isn't necessarily where the pool is located, so if you know that the pool is located somewhere else, you have to change this and put in the address of where the pool is actually located. Now scrolling down, you can see the next important item is the route. This is where you assign the pool to a specific route. So we're going to assign the pool to the route that we added previously, which is the south route. So now I've added the pool to the route, and then I select the days of the week that this pool will be serviced. So I'm going to say Monday and Fridays. Now the last thing you have to contend with is to set up the frequency ranges. For pools that are open all year long, just put in January 1st in the start date and December 31st in the stop date. And the system will automatically change the year for you, so you don't have to change this field ever again. If you operate in a region of the country where you actually close pools, then you would set up the dates that the pool is operating, and then the next frequency would be the date that the pool is no longer in service, and for that you would change the frequency to no service. That would tell the system, okay, as of this date this pool is no longer being serviced. Okay, go ahead and click the submit button to add that pool. And now that we have our pool defined, then the last thing we need to do is to go and set up an employee account for the pool tech. So here we click the add button, and just like we set up the customer account, we would set up the employee account. However, notice the account type, you must select pool tech. That will tell the system this is a pool tech account. Then you fill in the name and address just like you did before, and most importantly, you must select the route that that pool tech is going to be on. Now I've selected south route, which will put this pool tech in charge of the south route. And remember, we added the pool to the same route, south route, so now this pool tech will have that pool show up on his route sheet each day. So once you've filled it out, go ahead and click the submit button, and the account will be added to the system. And that's all you need to do to set up a route.